Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there now. All right. All right. So this is how you can say, understood two things. First thing is selecting the opening. Second, the selection of the paragraph and making it a sequence. All right. Now I'll give you 2 minutes time to do question number second. And then we will discuss question number second after 2 minutes. All right. Okay. So let's start with the explanation, because this is the second question. I will explain it to you for more clearance, right? Now here, first of all, I read all the options and we need to select some of the keywords so that it can match up with the other statements. The first statement says, the process of handing down implies not a passive transfer, but some contestation in defining what exactly is to be handed down. Now, this cannot be the opening because they're talking about the process and we don't know that what process they are talking about. So maybe it is in some other paragraph. All right. So we'll just keep it a reference till now. Second says, wherever Western scholars have worked on the Indian past, the selection is even more apparent. So now even more is only used when something is said in the context of some other thing. So here nothing is said like this. The selection is even more apparent. Sorry. The selection is even more apparent. That means something is already very clear, and after that, this sentence can be added up. All right. Now, third says every generation selects what it requires from the past. Every generation, they are talking about a very general information, what it requires from the past and makes its innovation, some more than others. All right. They're talking about that what generation does. Fourth says it is now a trism. It is now a trism. That means here it is used a pronoun. It is used as a pronoun. That means it refers to something. This can also not be the opening. This can also not be the opening. Let's check out fifth option. Just as life has death as its opposite, so is tradition by default the opposite of innovation. This can be a very good opening. Why? I'll tell you the reason now. Right. Now you can see statement 5 has to be the beginning of the passage as it introduces the terms, traditions and innovation and gives a proper analogy, right? Just life is equal to death. That means tradition is also equal to the opposite of innovation. Life, sorry, not equal to. Life has something in the opposite, that is death. Same, tradition has something in the opposite, that is innovation. This can be the opening paragraph, and then all the statements will relate to that particular statement. So fifth will keep as a beginning till now. After that, we need to make a connection with fifth with something. Now you can see here, it is now a truism. It was said in fourth paragraph that traditions are now not handed down unchanged, but are invented. You can see here, tradition, first statement. Tradition here, first statement. Innovation and invented, second statement. This is interlinked because the same context it talked about in the fourth option, that it is now a truism to say that traditions are not handed down unchanged, they are invented. They are referring to this particular statement. So fifth has a relation with the fourth option. Now let's find out fourth has a relation with what line. All right, we are left with 3 lines. The process of handing down, the first statement was saying the process of handing down. Now you can see in fourth option, they were talking about handed down. And what do you mean by handed down? You need to know as well. That is written in the very first option. The process of handed down, what is called? It is not a passive transfer, but some contestation in defining what exactly is to be handed down. क्या चीज हैंड डाउन करनी है, ये उस चीज का प्रोसेस है, सिर्फ कहना नहीं होता, सिर्फ ट्रांसफर नहीं करना है, ठीक है, बट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली नीड्स टू बी हैंडेड डाउन. सो दे आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट you can say this word handed down, which is written in the fourth option. So fourth has a relation with the first option. Let's check out the second and third option now. Second says, wherever Western scholars have worked on the Indian past, the selection is even more apparent and the inventing of a tradition much more recognizable. They're talking about the inventing of a tradition, but yes, they're not talking about something related to handed down right here, which can be related to the first very option. Let's check out the third part as well. Every generation selects what it requires from the past, right? Now, if we'll check about third option, they are talking about how invention happens from generation to generation, right? In first option also, they have talked about that how actually it is transferred. Third option itself says how the generation selects, right? It requires from the past and makes it innovation some more than the others. So first has a relation with the third option because they both are talking about how invention happens from one generation and it passed to the other generation. So we are left with the second option because it has no such connection with these first two, three options. So it can be a very good conclusion. So conclusion says wherever Western scholars, because it can be related to generation, Western scholars have worked on the Indian past, the selection is even more apparent and the invention of the tradition is much more recognizable. This can be a very good concluding phrase. So ultimately it will be second. This is how you will mark the keywords. This is how you make a connection and follow the particular path that you have to select a very good introduction and you have to select a very good conclusion and it will be very clear. You just have to shuffle that. You just have to jumble that. All right. Now, let's solve another. I'll give you a very easy question now. Let's solve question number 7th. Here. Start doing it. There are only 4 options, not 5. So it is easy to jumble. Okay, let's start solving this. Shreya, have you done that? This is very easy to crack, because it is clearly written. First of all, I'll read all the options and then we'll solve that. In the question number one, statement number one, it is said tensions and sometimes conflict remain an issue in and between 11 states in Southeast Asia. And here the states are given. All right. So they are just talking about that tensions remain a conflict, remain an issue. So that is in simple present tense. This can be an opening. So we'll keep it safe till now. Let's check out the second option. China's rise as a regional military power. They're talking about China. A new subject is there. And its claims in South China Sea have become an increasingly pressing security concern for many Southeast Asian states. Now you can see here, they are talking about China's rise as a military power and its claims in South China Sea. It is increasing one concern, and the name of that concern is pressing security concern, which is occurring in many Southeast Asian states. Now you can see first has a direct connection with the second option, because here the states' names are mentioned, and here they're talking about the pressing security concern in this particular state due to China. All right. So yes, we can save it till now. All right. Let's check out the third option. Third option says, since the 1990s, the security environment of Southeast Asia has seen both continuity and profound changes. Now, this can be a very good opening because this is in present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous means what changes are, you can say, are seen from 1990s till now. They are talking about that particular thing in Southeast Asia, right? What is the kind of security environment there and how the profound changes are occurring since 1990s? This can be a very good opening. So yes, we can check out, we can just keep third as the opening paragraph, opening statement. All right, because they're talking about the changes from past till now. This is a very good concern. Fourth says these concerns cause states. Now you can see states mentioned here, states mentioned in the second option, state mentioned in the first option. All right. Now we have to place fourth as well with one or two, because this also has a connection with the states wala option. These concerns cause states from outside the region to take an active interest in Southeast Asian security. Now the first says that there is a tension. The second statement say, and this tension is because of China. and that concern name is pressing security concern. These concerns here refer to as pressing security concern. Okay, pressing security concern is referred to these concerns, pronoun here. So second has a connection with the fourth option as well, because it is making a link. Now we are left with the third option. Third can be placed in the very beginning because it is a very good opening statement. Otherwise, these three are not the opening statement. They are focusing on the issues of the 11 states. But the opening is that the security environment has seen a profound changes. Then they are talking about the states, that it is remaining an issue. Security conflict is still an issue. It is because of China. And at last, they are saying that these concerns are causing state from outside the region to take an active interest in the security part. So this is how you will make a connection. It is 3, 1, 2, 4. All right. I hope I am very much clear. Shreya, clear ho gaya aapko? Hello, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you can solve question number 8. Okay, let's start solving this. It is written in the very first statement, man has used poisons. You can highlight this word because the passage talks about the poisons and the weapons. These are called biological weapons. It is written in the statements. Man has used poisons for assassination purposes ever since the dawn of civilization against individual enemies, but also occasionally against armies. So against two people, enemies and armies, they have used poisons for assassination purposes, right? Second says, these dangers were soon recognized. So now we can see nothing in the very first option talks about dangers. All right. They're talking about that they're using poison for assassination. But these dangers, maybe some kind of risks are there. So it is not mentioned here and resulted in two international declarations in Brussels 1874 and in 1899 in The Hague that prohibited the use of poisoned weapons. Prohibited means banned, right? So the poisoned weapons were banned due to certain dangers. But in the very first option, no danger as such was mentioned. They were just saying that man has used poisons. All right. Third statement says, The foundation of microbiology by Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch offered new prospects for those interested in biological weapons because it allowed agents to be chosen and designed on rational basis. Now you can say here, interested in biological weapons. This clearly means they are talking about poisons used in the form of weapons against armies and enemies. All right. And they are saying that microbiology was found by Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch, and they have invented the you can say interest in biological weapons because it can be chosen by agents, right? And designed on rational basis. Designed means they are talking about what the man are using. They are designed according to the needs of agents. All right. So we can see that whatever is written in the third option has a correct link. You can say direct link with the first option. But yes, we haven't realized till now what they're talking about the dangers part. All right. So these dangers can be referred to these biological weapons. Not man has used poison. But yes, you can just say it is written here, these dangers, and here it is written biological weapons. Here they are inventing biological weapons, and weapons is called plural. Weapons are a plural term, na? So you can just consider these as these dangers. So yes, third can be a good connection with the second option till now, but we haven't find the first option connection here. Fourth option says, though treaties were all in good faith, all made in good faith, they contained no means of control and so failed to prevent interested parties from developing and using biological weapons. Now you can see in the third option, they were saying that they are inventing biological weapons. All right, I'll clear this out first and explain you again. In the third option, they were saying they are inventing, they are designing these biological weapons on rational basis, which has a connection with the second option because they are saying these biological weapons are the dangers because this is plural, were soon recognized and they have declared two international declarations which prohibited the usage of poison weapons. Now they have banned it. First of all, they invented it, then they have banned it. All right. And in the fourth option, you can see they are saying that treaties have done this in good faith. Like this decision of banning these weapons is done in good faith, but they failed to prevent these interested parties from developing these weapons. Now they failed to do so. So third has a connection with second, second has a connection with fourth. Let's place the very first option. They are saying man has used poisons. This is a general statement. This can be a very good opening. So we can place it here. 1, 3, 2, 4 can be our sequence because they are talking about that they are using weapons or poison since the dawn of civilization. This can be a very good introduction. Then it has a link with the third option that Louis Pasteur has invented these weapons, right? These poisons. Then they actually plan to ban it. And after that, they fail to do so. All right. This can be a very good logical sequence. I hope it is clear to you. Shreya, is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's check out the other option. Now I am just giving you the options or the statements. Only 4 options are there, not 5. Earlier I was teaching you the 5 one. Na? You can do the 4 options because you'll get exams according to this. Okay. Start doing it. I can mark some of the keywords for you here. From this question, you can clearly see that 2 and 1 has a connection because they have the similar lines. So you can just relate 2 and 1 options accordingly. But just find out what can be the opening, where 2 and 1 can be placed, what should be the ending. Just find it out. Have you done it, Shreya? Okay, let me explain you this question. Question number 1, sorry, statement number 1 says, while you might think that you see or aware, just a second. Yeah, while you might think that you see or are aware of all the changes that happen in your immediate environment, there is simply too much information for your brain to fully process everything. Now, this is a very general statement they are talking about. They are saying that whatever happens in your immediate environment, it is very difficult for your brain to fully process all the information. Okay. Second statement says psychologists use the term change blindness, right? Now you can see they are referring to one term called change blindness, and they are actually describing it. What is it? To describe this tendency of people. This tendency, this is a pronoun. This refers to what? We need to find it out till now. Okay, because nothing has mentioned. Change blindness to describe this tendency of people to be blind to changes though they are in the immediate environment. Now you can see first and second has a connection, very strong connection, but ultimately the statement will be second should be at first and then it will be one, because here they are referring to one term change blindness. So definitely in the previous statement something will be related to change blindness will be given to you. All right, so let's check out the third option. It cannot be aware of every single thing that happens in the world around it. Now here in the third option, it is a very general statement again. It cannot be aware of every single thing. It here refers to the brain. You can see in the very first option, it was saying that there is too much information for your brain to fully process. And in third option, they are saying it cannot be aware of every single thing that happens around the world. What is it? It refers to the brain of a person that it cannot remember every single thing. First has a connection with the third option. All right. And fourth will be in the beginning then ultimately, because in second, a term is used called change blindness. It should refer to the first statement. It cannot be the opening. Huh? Second cannot be the opening. So first of all, let's check out the fourth option. Sometimes big shifts happen in front of our eyes and you are not aware of all these changes. This is called change blindness. Okay, use the term change blindness to refer this. That big shifts happen in front of our eyes, but we are not aware. That means we are having a change blindness. So fourth will be at first, second will be at second, then will be first, then will be third. Is it clear, Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Done. Now, the 10th question is also easy. So first of all, we are doing easy and then we'll do advanced level questions. Just start doing it. It has some numbers, it has some statistics. It will be easy to you for you to crack. All right. Here, Shreya, you can see it is written it here cannot be the opening. It is written this cannot be the opening. All right. So now
Yes.
you are left with second and fourth option. Okay. You can open the question from either from second or from fourth. Just do it.
Ma'am, second one will be the opening.
Good. Second is the opening. Yes. Second has a connection with which statement?
Fourth one, I think. Fourth or first?
Yes, fourth. Because in second they are talking about that there's a VLT telescope has 4 reflecting telescopes and they're talking about the diameter that can observe 4 billion times weaker that can normally be seen with the naked eye. When these are combined, here you can see these is the option. Now here it is very obvious. In first option it is it, in third option it is this, in fourth option it is these. They all 3 cannot be the opening. Ultimately second will be the opening. Okay. Then second has a connection with fourth because they are combined with a large telescope and they are talking about the interferometry. All right. After that, Shreya, will be the answer. Fourth के बाद कौन सा हो सकता है?
Fourth, after fourth, ma'am, it will be first.
अच्छा, कर लो कोई बात नहीं. अभी मैं इसको कर देती हूँ. Second is the opening. Then fourth. Shreya, have you found that?
Yes, ma'am. First.
Yes, first. It also has, because they are saying that they're combined with large telescope. This is called interferometry, and they're talking about this. And it also has 4 movable auxiliary telescopes, right? They have talked about this thing. Then 2, 4, 1. Ultimately, the third is the conclusion. This configuration. Why they are saying this configuration? Because they are attaching all the telescopes all together. First, these telescopes with the large telescope, and then it has 4 auxiliary telescopes. So this configuration can enable one to distinguish an astronaut on the moon. This will be our conclusion. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. All right. Now let's do the advanced level question. Okay, 11th question is the difficult one. Start doing it. First of all, check out what can be the opening, then check out the pronouns. Okay, then check out the connection. Okay, I'll mute it so that there will be no disturbance. Shreya, are you done? Now you can see here.
Ma'am, I think third will be opening.
Sorry, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me what will be the opening?
Ma'am, I think third one.
Third one, the danger to humanity created by the so-called peaceful use of atomic energy may, however, be much greater. Greater. Second form is used here. You can see. So ultimately, we need to check the comparison of this with what. So there should be an opening. Then it can be compared. The danger to humanity created by the so-called peaceful uses of atomic energy. Right. So 1 second. One person is adding up. Okay. Right. So this was the question, right? Yes. So third here will not be the opening. I will help you with the opening part in this question. You can say, you can see here, the first statement is starting with the but the attention of the layman. That means there should be any contradiction prior. Then only they can use the but word here. Na? So this cannot be
Ma'am,
the
it's
opening for.
not visible.
Is it visible now?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'm saying in the first statement, it is written, but the attention of the layman. So but refers to a contradiction. There should be a statement before. So ultimately, this cannot be the opening. Third statement also cannot be the opening because they are making a comparison by using the word greater here. So obviously, there should be a sentence before. The remaining are the second option and the fourth option. Let's check out these. Of all the changes introduced by man into the household of nature, large scale nuclear fission is undoubtedly the most dangerous and the most profound. Now, can you see this can be the opening? They are referring to, like, out of all the changes introduced by man, this nuclear fission is the most dangerous one. All right. So this is the starting of the paragraph. This is the starting of the statement, right? So second can be the relation. Now we have to find the relation or the connection with the other statement. Now you can check out the fourth option as well. The resultant ionizing radiation has become the most serious agent of pollution of the environment and the greatest threat to the man's survival on earth. Now, this word dangerous here refer to the resultant ionizing radiation. So second has a connection with the fourth option because they are talking about, in the first option, they are talking about nuclear fission is a dangerous one. Now they are saying this nuclear fission, what does it do? It results in ionizing radiation. It is the most serious agent of pollution that is impacting the environment as well as man's survival. All right. So second has a connection with the fourth one. Now just check out that what will come next. All right. Which option will come next? I will erase it. You are left with the first and the third option. Just find it out. Shreya, have you found it?
Yes, ma'am. Third will come the next.
Third will come next. Third. How it is possible? Here it is, for in the first it is written, but the attention of the layman, not surprisingly, has been captured by the atom bomb. Right. Atom bomb is also the greatest threat to the mankind. It is the greatest threat to the environment. So they are talking in the fourth option regarding the same. What they were talking? They were talking about the nuclear fission, its results to the environment and man's survival. In the first option, they are contradicting the statement that no doubt it is the, you can say, greatest threat to the mankind, but the attention of the layman is not surprisingly has been captured by the atom bomb, although there is at least a chance that it may never be used again. उन्होंने पहले बोला है कि ये सारी रेडिएशंस मैन के लिए बहुत खतरा है, कहते लेकिन लेमन को कोई टेंशन नहीं है इन एटम बॉम्ब से, क्योंकि उनका ध्यान उसकी तरफ जाता नहीं और ना ही वो यूज करते हैं इनको. ऑलराइट, सो द फोर्थ हैज अ कनेक्शन विद द फर्स्ट वन, बिकॉज फोर्थ में जो बात कर रहे हैं थ्रेड्स की, फर्स्ट में उसके ऑपोजिट वो बात कर रहे हैं कि थ्रेड कहाँ से होगा जब वो यूज ही नहीं करते. ठीक है, सो फोर्थ हैज अ कनेक्शन विद द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन. देन विल कम द थर्ड ऑप्शन which says the danger to humanity created by the so-called peaceful uses of energy may now be greater. कहते डेंजर ये नहीं है कि ये पॉल्यूटेंट्स निकलते हैं बॉम्ब से, वो है कि ये एटॉमिक एनर्जी जो हम यूज करते हैं, चाहे वो अच्छे के लिए कर रहे हैं, बट दीज आर सो कॉल्ड पीसफुल यूजेस ऑफ एनर्जी, इनके डेंजर्स अब ज्यादा खतरनाक है रादर देन थ्रेट्स के. ठीक है, इस चीज के थ्रेट्स के, न्यूक्लियर फिजन के. ऑलराइट, सो दिस विल बी अ कंक्लूजन. Alright, because ultimately second and fourth, when it made a connection, first was the contradiction of the fourth option, and the third was comparing its dangers with that of the first option, that no doubt they are using the atom bomb, they are there's a least chance that they use the atom bomb, but if they use it, its dangers are much more greater. So this is a comparative word. Is it clear, Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now this was a difficult one. This was a advanced level question. Okay, let's check out the 12th question as well. I'm giving you a few minutes to solve it. Yes. Have you done it? Shreya, have you done it? Abhishek? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me the sequence? What can be the opening out of all the four options?
Ma'am, I think third one.
Third is correct. Yes, this is the opening. Third has a connection with which statement?
First one.
Yes, correct. First has a statement connection with which option?
Ma'am, I think second.
Yes, second is correct. The others were versions of popular Buddhist gods, Hindu gods, Taoist gods. Then comes fourth, because here they is used as a pronoun. They refers to these gods. Although they were included in Shinto pantheon, only two of them, Daikoku and Ebisu, were ingenious Japanese gods. Okay, this is a kind of a paragraph. First of all, they were talking about 7 Japanese deities who bring good lucks. Each one they are talking about has a different aspect of giving good luck. Others are also good luck gods. Those are called Buddhist gods, Hindu gods, and Taoist gods. Although they were included in Shinto pantheon, and two of them are Japanese gods. These Buddhist gods are there, but two of them are Japanese. Okay, so this is a correct connection. Good. So ultimately, you can do these kind of questions now. Hai na? And this was an easy one. Okay, let's do a complex one now. Question number 14th. It's not actually a complex one. It's in fact very easy. It's just the sentences are somewhat complex. All right. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Done? What can be the opening statement?
Ma'am, I think first one.
First. But here CNS has a connection. Na? So the definition is given here. And the explanation of the elements is here. So don't you think fourth will come first and then it will be one? I mean, not the opening, but it will be prior to first statement. All right. I'm not saying that fourth or first are the openings, but yes, the first statement, whatever it is, it has a connection with the fourth statement. So fourth statement should be a prior statement. Then it will come as first. All right. So it has a connection, no doubt. But here there are three words. There are three locations of the same word: exaptation, exaptation, exaptation. Right. So here you can find the connection. They are talking about echolocation in bats exemplifies adaptation produced by natural selection. Now they are explaining what is natural selection. It is a function not produced by natural selection for its current use in exaptation. Feathers might have originally arisen in the context of selection for insulation. They have actually coined the term exaptation here in the second statement, right? And they are talking specifically in bats. Then third statement says, from a structural standpoint, consistent with exaptation, the living organism is organized as a complex of Russian matriosaka dolls. Smaller structures are contained within the larger boys in multiple layers. They have introduced one more element. They are saying that consistent with this word, they are introducing this word. And what are its features? They have explained it, that they are the small structures which are contained within larger ones in multiple layers. So second has a connection with the third one. This concept they are saying, and the Russian doll concept. Now, this is the first concept, as we have marked. The Russian doll is the second concept. And in the fourth option, they are mentioning both the concepts. This one as well as this one of living beings deduced from studies on evolution from the various apparatuses in mammals can be applied in most complex human organ, that is central nervous system. So you can see the second will be our first statement because it has a connection with the third one. And then the second, third both has a connection with the fourth one because they have introduced the word CNS here. And then in the first one, they're talking about the elements of CNS. So first will be at the last. Is it clear, Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
It was easy, but yes, due to the sentence, due to the vocabulary, it might look difficult, right? Otherwise, it was not. All right. Let's do an advanced level question, another one. This 15th one. Now it has some stats, it has some numbers. It will be easy for you to find it, right? They're talking about dyslexia here. This is a problem in adults or in children in reading. Okay. Just have a look at it.
Ma'am, second one will be the opening.
Yes, just a second. Second one will be the opening, you're saying. Correct. After that, second has a connection with which option?
Ma'am, third one.
Correct. Third,
Ma'am, then fourth, then one.
करेक्ट. मतलब इजी वाले क्वेश्चंस आ जाएं तो कर लेंगे, थोड़ा सा लंबा आ जाए स्टेटमेंट बस घबरा जाएंगे, है ना. सो या क्योंकि सेकंड में क्लियर था माइंड रीडिंग का डेफिनेशन, थर्ड में दे आर एक्सप्लेनिंग दैट, फोर्थ में दे आर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग प्रिंट रीडिंग जस्ट लाइक माइंड रीडिंग, and in first option they are comparing both. All right, so this is a very clear sequence. All right, this actually came in 2018 examination, this question, no? Okay, let's introduce this question now. Not a difficult one, not at all, but yes, there will be a complex vocabulary, right? It will take time. So start solving this now. Yes, done. What will be the opening statement here?
No,
Hello.
several.
Okay. Which one?
Third.
Third. Yes, third is the opening statement. All right. So third has a connection with which point?
Second.
Correct. Second has a connection with which point?
I think fourth.
Fourth. And fourth has a connection with the first. Correct. Because third, they were introducing the phrase carpe diem and they were explaining that how it is often translated. Then they were actually explaining what carpe diem is. It is a metaphor. Okay. And they are using this metaphor to explain its source and they are comparing it with plucking the day. All right. Then why it's fourth? Because whatever they are mentioning here, like plucking the day, they are saying it's an example of. It refers to this particular metaphor. All right. But it says that we mistranslate some metaphors like this. And here, in the first sentence, it is saying metaphors refers to the similar meaning across languages, but their differences can have a profound effect on our understanding of the world. All right. So this is how we will make a connection. Now, it was not that tough. Clear? But yes, there were some phrases, there were some words of vocabulary which might be difficult to understand. Okay. So otherwise, it's not that tough here to, do this part. Okay, we'll do one more question and that will be our end of the, you can say, practice test. You can do it here. Question number 17. One second. I'll erase that. Okay. I'm marking these statements for your help so that it will be easy for you to, find out the sequence.
Ma'am, according to me, the sequence will be 4, 1, 2, 3.
4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4, 1. All right. And then, so yes, correct. Because first of all, they have introduced a term, collaborating filtering, which is a mathematical algorithm. Then the first, yes, the first they are actually giving an algorithm. Customers who bought this also enjoyed that. All right, they're giving an algorithm. And second option, they are actually explaining the problem with these algorithms, because these kind of algorithms has certain kind of problem. And in third, they're explaining that what kind of problem it is. All right, yes, this is the correct statement. Now I think you got all these parajumbled questions and you have done it correctly out of so many exercises we have done till now. And Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
Maximum part. So this is an easy part for you. So I'll give you certain exercises to do at home if you want to perform. So you can just click the screenshots for your practice at home. Okay,
Okay,
just
ma'am.
click it. Is it done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Then these questions, yes, 23 is an advanced level question and 24th is an easy one. You can click these also.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Have you done that para summary questions जो मैंने आपको homework के लिए दिया था?
No, ma'am. Actually, I was not feeling well.
अच्छा अच्छा, अभी ठीक हो आप?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके ओके ओके, ठीक है। ये भी कर लो, रख लो अपने पास प्रैक्टिस के लिए, है ना? समवॉट थोड़ा हेल्प करेगा आपको।
Done, ma'am.
Okay. This one.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay, so that is it. Basically most of the questions हमने कर लिए हैं, mix of the questions, advanced level, intermediary, है ना, basic level questions. इसी तरह के questions आपको CAT में आने वाले हैं, GRE में आने वाले हैं, and the scoring pattern will be like 3 marks for each question. ठीक है, अगर आप सही कर देते हो तो you'll get 3 marks, है ना? That's a high thing to do, है ना? तो चलो, it's good. When you are planning to give your this paper, Shreya? Are you planning to
Ma'am,
give
when
your
is the
exam
paper?
also? Huh?
Actually, I don't know timetable of paper, ma'am.
अच्छा अच्छा, वैसे in future are you planning this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay okay, good enough. ठीक है श्रेया, we'll meet tomorrow then in the class at 12. ठीक है, so हम नए concept के साथ मिलते हैं, ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay श्रेया, bye bye, take care. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Take care. Thank you.
Welcome.